Hello, good morning, dear students. This is Dr.Kausar, Unnisa, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, GFGC, India. In the previous sessions and all, we have come across regarding frequency polygon and the frequency curve, how we are going to locate it on histogram. Let us, in this session, how the location of mode is done on the histogram. We are going to have discussion in this session. So let us will take problem here, locate the mode graphically. So here they have given class intervals 1 and number of students, one column. So class intervals it is starts from 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60 and 60 to 70. And also given in the question that is frequency 5, 10, 20, 25, 20, 10 and 5. Let us will go for calculating the value of mode, then we should locate it on graph. So we have to construct a table which contains of two columns. One is marks, next one is number of students. In the marks, we are going to substitute the same class intervals what is given in the question. And in the next column, that is frequency, we have to show 5, 10, 20, 25, 20, 10 and 5. So among this, the highest frequency for the calculation of mode, we know that Z equals L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into c is the formula that we are going to be used in case of continuous series. So f1 how we are going to calculate means the highest frequency in the column what is given the number of students will be considered. Here 25 is the highest frequency value, so it will become f1. The preceding number will become f0, the succeeding number will become f2. Corresponding to the highest frequency, what class interval is going to be located, there the value of mode will be is going to fall. Let us be substitute the same thing in the formula, that is Z equals L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2 f1 minus f0 minus f2 into c. Z equals the lower limit given in the question 30 plus the highest frequency value, that is 25 minus preceding number is 20 divided by 2 into 25 minus f0 is 20 minus f2 is also 20 into the width of the class interval is 10. So Z equals 30 plus 25 minus 20 is 5 divided by 25 into 2 is 50 minus 20 becomes minus 40 into 10. So Z equals 30 plus 5 divided by 10 into 10. So after calculating the values of 5 by 10 into 10, we will get the value that is 5. So we should add to the lower limit that is 30. Therefore, Z equals 35 because the information is given of marks. So we have to represent in the form of. Therefore, the model value is 35 marks. Now we have to plot it the same thing on the graph. So on the x-axis, we are going to mark the class interval. So here 1 centimeter is nothing but the 10 marks. On the y-axis, we are going to plot. We should see what is the lowest students given here. It is 5. So we can go for marking the frequencies on the y-axis. That is 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. On x-axis, we are marking the class interval. That is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. Now let us will see what is the first class interval. It is 0 to 10. The number of students are 5. Here we have to construct a rectangle of for the histogram from 0 to 10. Exactly with the 5 we have to draw one rectangle. And the next one from 10 to 20. Here they have given it is 10 number of students. So exactly we have to mark one more rectangle. To the number of students it is 10 to 20 it is 10. Then from 20 to 30 the rectangle we have to mark of 20 students. From 30 to 40 it is 25 students. From 40 to 50 again it is 10 students. From 50 to 60 it is 10 students, and from 60 to 70 it is 5 students. So now what we'll have to do means already we have constructed the rectangles here. Then we have to go for locating the value of mode. How to locate the value of mode means, see the value of mode we have calculated. It is 35 marks, which is going to be fall in the class intervals of 30 to 40. Now we have to draw at the end of the previous what the rectangle where we are going to show on the left side. To the right side slope slant we have to draw a diagonal, and again from the right side to the left side at the end of the previous rectangle we have to mark. Then where one perpendicular line we have to construct which is going to meet the value of the mode. So here we got the perpendicular line exactly with the fifth box, that is called as the 35. Therefore, the value of the mode is 35 marks here. This is how we are going to calculate, or we have to show it on the graph on histogram, exactly the value of the mode. Let us will see the second question. That is, we have to draw a histogram and locate mode from the following distribution. So one is house rent, which is given in the form of rupees, and the next one is the number of families. So the house rent is given the class interval of 4,000 to 6,000, 6,000 to 8, and 8 to 10, and 10 to 12. Number of families are 200, 240, 330. So again, first we have to calculate the value of mode, then the same thing we have to plot it on the graph paper. So compute the mode here, x variables, given the class intervals, we have to show your number of families also on the one more column, we have to substitute. Then we should see what is the highest frequency value here. The highest frequency value is 300, that will become the F1. Preceding number, that will become F0, and succeeding number will become F2. Here the preceding number is 240 and succeeding number is 50. Exactly what the highest frequency value will get, corresponding to that, the class interval is called as the model class interval, where the value of mode is going to be located. Now we have to apply the formula of mode. It is z equals L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into c. Here the values what we got, the same thing has to be substituted in the formula. That is z equals lower limit is 8,000 plus f1 is 300 minus f0 is 240 divided by 2 into 300 minus 240 minus 50 into the difference between the class level, width of the class level is 2000. So z equals 8,000 plus 300 minus 240 is nothing but 60 divided by 300 into 2 is 600 minus 240 minus 50 becomes minus 290 into 2000. Therefore, z equals 8,000 plus 60 divided by 600 minus 290 is 310 into 2000. First, we should calculate these values. We got, after calculating 60 by 310 into 2000, we got the value that is 387.09. So this value has to be added with the lower limit, that is 8,000. Then we are able to get the value of mode, that is 8,387. Let us reconstruct the same thing on the graph. Here on the x-axis we are going to plot the class intervals. So 1 centimeter is nothing but 2000 we have to show here. On the y-axis we are going to show the number of families, that is 1 centimeter is equals to 50 families. Now we are going to construct a rectangle. So we have started from 4,000. So from 4,000 to 6,000 we have to mark it on 200 families. So we have marked the rectangle. From 6,000 to 10,000 we have to mark a rectangle which is going to be shown the number of families 240. After 200 here, 240 here we have to consider till where it is on 8th box, that is 240, 8,000 to 10,000 it is 300, then 10,000 to 12,000 it is of 50. So after joining all these, we know that the value of mode is going to be located on 8,000 to 10,000. Now we have to draw exactly perpendicular the line which is joining from the top left hand side, one slope downward we have to mark to the next the rectangle starting point, and here also we have to mark it on the x form, that is from the right side to the previous end line where it is going to be started. Then we have to join the center point. We are going to get here where it is joining the lines. We have to draw one more perpendicular line which is going to show the value of mode here. This is how we have to construct the model value on histogram. Let us will see the third question. We have to draw a histogram from the following frequency distribution and find the mode from the graph. The class intervals are given, that is 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25 and 25 to 30. Frequency values are given, that is 2, 5, 18, 14, later 10. Among here, the highest frequency will be considered as F1, that is 18, and the preceding number F0, that is 5, succeeding number F2, that is 14. Now corresponding to that, the class interval of F1 is 10 to 15, where the value of model value is going to be located. Now first we should calculate by using the formula, that is z equals L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2 f1 minus f0 minus f2 into c. So z is nothing but the lower limit is 10 plus f1 is 18 minus preceding number 5 divided by 2 into F1 is 18 minus preceding number 5 minus F2 is 14 into the difference of class interval is 5. Z equals 10 plus 18 minus 5 is nothing but 30. Divided by 18 into 2 is 36. Minus 5 minus 14 becomes minus 19 into 5. Z equals 10 plus 13 by 17 into 5. Now Z equals 10 plus 3.823. Therefore, the value of mode is 13.823. Now we have to show the value of mode here. So the scale what we have taken 1 centimeter is equals to 5 units on x-axis, and on y-axis also 1 centimeter is equals to 5 frequency. Now the first class interval is 0 to 5. We have to mark it on 2 here. From 10 to 15, sorry, 0 to 5 it is 2, from 5 to 10 it is 5, then 10 to 15 it is 18, then 18 to 20 it is, 15 to 20 it is 14, then 20 to 25 it is 8, then 25 to 30 it is 5. We have to construct all the rectangles, then we have to join the model value to show on the graph, that is 10 to 15 class interval. We have to draw a line in the form of x. Then we have to draw one perpendicular line where we can able to locate the value of mode. So with this, I am going to end the session regarding to the location of mode on histogram. Thank you.